Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Perfect Balance Chord Class, a place where like-minded individuals are guided towards a full development of their potential through collective reasoning. We have with us Brother Okavango, the Rebel Guru,
Give thanks.
Yaga, aka Teacher Ma'at,
Yeah, man.
and Bingi.
Greetings.
Yes, I am yours truly, Rasdada, and we together are the Perfect Balance Chord Class. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Select all. That means that whenever we upload a video, you'll be the first to be notified that there is a new recording, and you can get on board, you can get in tune and see what other interesting and informative topics we're going to be discussing those days. Oh, they are them. Everything go full?
Yes, man. They are give
Yeah, man,
thanks.
it's a great moment, this moment, cause this is a thing we want to deal with for a long time this week, or we
Yeah,
are
why?
doing this
Yeah.
week. And I think it's a thing what not many people are very fully aware of this person, But I think that we all as African people, they're aware of him, But I mean in terms of the details and the real significance of him to
Yeah.
us as a people, cause them kind of really hide him away, Them talk about him and highlight him, But the real core of him, them really hide away. You see it from the
They
people.
don't even celebrate him from a governmental level.
All right, my boss. All right. So without giving too much away, this week our topic of discussion is gonna be the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Jamaica's first recognized. I'll put that word in there. Recognized national hero.
Garvey lives.
Yes, I. So Marcus Garvey, we know primarily I like to refer to him as the father of Pan-Africanism.
Quite so.
I don't
Quite so.
quite so. I like to refer to him as the father of Pan-Africanism. I think he's one of the most iconic figures when it comes to a Pan-African mindset.
The whole movement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just to
man.
give some historical data on him. He was born August 17th, 1887. He was born in St. Anne's Bay, Jamaica. He initially, growing up, as you know, in that era, being a black African person, it was a challenging place to be. And growing up in an era where you were very also poor is a challenge as well. But luckily for him, he was able to find apprenticeship in a printer's store. Let's use the word store. And as a result of that, he developed a tremendous love for literature, reading, information, finding out stuff, researching.
Writing.
Because of this. Right. So what happened was that he became aware of a lot of stuff that was going on through literature, through the written word, the press, because of his affiliation to the printry, right? However, his real thing really came out when he started traveling, because now a lot of the stuff that he only saw in written, now he was seeing it visually. He was experiencing it now. So now it's but this is real, because sometimes you might read something and because it is so far-fetched, it is so removed from you.
It's
that
abstract.
Right. But when you really go through it now, that's when you really know, come say, oh, wow. So Marcus Garvey really is very dear to me and should be very dear to all of us as African people and African descendants, So, how they are them view the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah, John Marcus, how they are them view the king.
Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey was ahead of his time and is still relevant in this dispensation. And I honestly believe if Jamaica as a country looks at the philosophy and teaches the science of Marcus Garvey, we should see some of the crime and violence that we're experiencing reduce. We should see a lot more entrepreneurship. We should see a lot more industry and a lot more business and self-reliance coming through. As a country, one of the things that is preached over the world is self-reliance. So for the sake of it, I cannot understand why Jamaica is not pushing self-reliance. And if they are pushing it, why is not the investment going into it and not only paying lip service?
Because they're not pushing it.
They're not
Mhm.
desirous of being self-reliant.
No.
As a platform, it sounds good when you're running a campaign and you're trying to get people on your side, but the real nitty-gritty of it is that they're not interested in that. They're interested in what they can get and what they can grab out of this moment that they see that them have the angle.
But Marcus Garvey could have done that as well, but he chose to go with the masses. He chose to
Different
represent the
mindset.
masses and fight for the cause of the masses.
Different mindset. Different mindset.
Different
Different
mindset.
mindset. Different mindset. Yeah, Bingy, Marcus Garvey to the eye.
Yes, sir. Marcus Garvey was a great, influential African Jamaican coming out of the Caribbean and leaving this mark on the globe, a global mark, right, as a Pan-Africanist. And you know, the amazing thing, right, from a human aspect, when you look at a Marcus Garvey, right, and all the other Pan-Africanists within that time too, right, the Du Bois, all of them who were champion, meaning Hubert, black movement, black empowerment within the time, right? But yet they're struggling, right? These are struggling men, you know. Remember, Marcus Garvey, them struggling, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
yet they're moving from place to place. The man all in Panama, setting up printry,
Yeah.
Costa Rica, setting up printry. You know what I'm saying? Moving from place, but they journeying through the earth, you know. But yet it's a struggle where it's such a human experience too, you know. And these men, yet through all that struggle, you know what they're thinking about? Everybody else.
Mm,
How them could help our whole
everybody.
nation.
Yes, sir.
He
Literally.
could have
Yes,
taken
sir.
a pay there. He could have taken a payout like some of our leaders
Yeah.
today
Yeah, man.
and
You might
benefit
think about
themselves
it, you
and
know,
their
from a
family.
real human perspective. So,
Yes,
so
sir.
when we look at Marcus Garvey, those are men we must emulate
Mm.
because they come in from a real humanistic point of
Selfless.
view. Yes, service roots.
Yeah,
Whether they
man.
sleeping out
Selfless.
and they sleep outside, it's not like Marcus sleep outside. He had to beg for money to travel. That
Mm.
real thing. But
Yes, sir.
yet they're doing this great work, bro. That
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
today we had
Can
to look
benefit
up to our
from.
Marcus Garvey, yeah, right? That's why he's Jamaica's first national hero. He
First
must be
Garvey
recognized.
is.
Recognize.
first
First
Recognize.
recognized.
recognized
Mm.
national hero. He must
Mm.
be. But for a
Yes,
lot
sir.
of us, right? And remember that movement, the time period in which it is happening to, you know, you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about right after slavery and thing. It's not
Mm.
no
Mm.
not
Yeah,
no
man.
big
Yeah,
mass
man.
period of
Yeah,
time, you
man.
know.
The
And man
historical
having this
context is bitter.
ideology. But
Yeah,
one
man.
of the
This that
great things
That's
about Marcus in that time too is he recognized his African identity. So what
and
he was,
welcome it.
yes,
And
so
welcome it. Yeah,
that's
man.
what he was pushing,
he
Pan-Africanism.
recognized nationhood and if you're not a
Yes,
nation,
yes,
how do you
yes.
develop your
So
identity? How do you develop yourself and develop your industries?
yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. And mind you, Marcus is traveling, so he's been influenced, right? There are other people who walk in that path before him now
Mhm.
who's influencing his whole thought processes and
Naturally.
culminates it all into one and say,
Naturally.
hey, this is what we must do,
And
right?
the next thing what it shows as well is that the experience of African people around the globe is the same.
Same,
You know?
Yeah,
The
man.
experience of
same
African people
thing,
around the
man.
globe is the same.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Okabongo.
Yeah, man. For me, personally, Marcus Garvey. I see Marcus Garvey in the same way I see Rastafari. Both of them go hand in hand. In my spiritual, trad in
Mm-hmm.
life,
Yeah.
they are the root of my spirituality, my spiritual chad unheard. Rastafari, Marcus Garvey, they go hand in hand. And none of them is above, none of them is under. It's like the same. Two of them together
Yes,
is,
sir.
is the base of my chad. And
Mm.
Marcus Garvey, very influential. Marcus Garvey should be known by every black people because his
Contribution.
work, his contribution is essential
Yeah,
for
man.
the upliftment of
The
the
nation.
black people,
Mm.
for the building of the black family, for the building
Mm-hmm.
of the black community. Marcus Garvey work is essential, and we should,
Essential.
find ways to get Marcus Garvey philosophies in the homes, in the communities. You know
In
what I
the
That's the
mean?
schools.
blueprint.
In,
That is the
yeah,
blueprint that we need
In
to
the
follow
schools.
because we've seen that it
Mm-hmm.
works. So why is it that
because
we are not encouraging the curriculum in the schools based on this blueprint.
Again, because of external influence. Because of external influence. The ones who are influencing the curriculum, they don't have a desire to see the nation thrive. They don't have a desire to see the nation progress. So as a result of that, they're not key to putting things that are essential to nation building in the curriculum. They're key to putting things which are going to promote labor force. The things that are going to make you able to deal with the labor force, that's what
Yeah.
them are putting out.
And the next thing that the people that were fighting against Marcus Garvey back then are the
Are the
same
same one
people
that they
now, and
run
just
it
a
now.
continuation of them. And
Of
are the
them, yeah.
same slave
Yes,
master
sir.
penny them, man. And
Yes,
them
sir.
same one
Yes, sir.
in charge right now, you know.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Very,
So them
very
same
true.
one
Very
fight
true.
things same way. How
Very
them make
true. Very
this
true.
little black boy from where on a bush run, so you know
Who
what I
is him,
mean?
man? Who is him, man?
About in
I tell you
self-reliance and
something.
thing.
I just got back from Jamaica. And Marcus Garvey birthday celebration at one. And there's no government involvement. There's no government organization that is involved in the planning and the celebration of Marcus Garvey. It is only
It's
upheld
purely on a
for the
community
last
level.
34 years from a community level by IRFM. And
Oh.
that is sad. When we look at the gala, the big grand galas that the government put on when it comes around independence and all these times, it is a shame to see the work that a stalwart such as Marcus Garvey has carried out is not being recognized on an international level from a governmental perspective.
Hypocrisy.
We have to big up, FM, because
Yeah,
them
man.
are one group of people in Jamaica will never drop a ball,
Yes, sir.
And remember, say IRFM, is not a black-owned company,
No, Chinese.
A Chinese man own it,
Yes,
and
sir.
them never drop the ball upon Marcus Garvey, Never,
Again,
But the Chinaman
again.
understand the philosophy and the opinion of Marcus Garvey,
No,
because
it's
if
not
you
a
look at
matter
some
of
of
that.
the principles,
It's not a
them no
matter of that.
self-reliance. Them no self-reliance.
It's not even a matter of that, It's a matter of that because them corner the reggae market and them know so within reggae there is a lot of talk of Marcus Garvey and them are dealing a
no,
lot of
they
Rasta
came to
people.
Jamaica to copy
Them see
Marcus
it.
Garvey and took it back to China. That is why they are elevating and evolving to the level that where they are now.
Yes, sir.
Enough people, copy Marcus Garvey,
Yes, sir.
talk about different races,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Copy Marcus Garvey,
Yes, sir. It's a blueprint for nation building, brother. It's not just for African people. It's a blueprint for nation building.
Nation building, yeah.
This politician name. Can't remember name. Some involvement with Trump them. And they must say one man. Cause they must ask him say if him forget exonerated, if Trump exonerate him, right? A Trump friend. And they must say, boy, one man with a lobby for exonerate and a Marcus Garvey.
Garvey.
So
Yeah,
them,
man.
and then them man they are racist, You know what I mean? And then man they are pre-Marcus Garvey work,
I say, yeah, man.
You understand?
But they like separatism. So think about it, say they're racist, right? But then Marcus Garvey was preaching, hey, cultural identity. So them could identify with that.
With that, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Them could identify with that.
At the same time,
man.
he was having diplomatic discussions with them because he
With a lot of
understands
them
the
as well.
importance
Yes, sir.
of working collaboratively and even working with the enemies.
Yeah. God, there's a place for that to diplomacy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We
man.
have that. Because the next thing is that what you find out sir, is that as they talk about the virgin who have a different ideology, and yet still him can say him can acknowledge the significance of a Marcus Garvey. It make you know, say, you see, even when a person is at odds with you, you see, when you carry yourself with dignity and you carry yourself in a line of principle, even when a person is at odds with you, them have to give you respect. Them have to respect you. You see me I say, even when them say them not like you, them have to respect you. And Marcus Garvey show the world that too. Because these people don't like him. But what? Them have to respect him because guess what? Them one day stand up on principle.
Yeah. And next thing I want to mention, because we have one of the things that keep Marcus Garvey alive, especially in our region, is reggae music. Reggae music, them sing about Marcus Garvey all the while. So, you know what I mean? They keep Marcus Garvey in the media and whatever. Big up Berlin Spear. But you ever notice enough of the youth them we sing about Marcus Garvey? We look upon them.
Them not need Marcus
Nothing with Marcus
Garvey.
Garvey.
No, sir.
They don't sing about Marcus like because his name, you know what I mean, ring a bell or something.
Yeah.
We look on them
It's a
work, what them a
topic.
do and
It's
what
a
them a
topic.
deal with.
It's a topic. It's a topic.
Yes, man, they're
That's
not
a
nothing with
topic.
Marcus Garvey.
That are the point I make with IRFM and dealing with the Marcus Garvey thing. When I say that them do that because them know say yo this go garner support for the program
Yeah,
and for the you understand. So it's a highlight. So them know say all right we have this as a feature on the thing year by year because it's there.
yeah,
But in terms of the benefit of organizer people, I don't really that them a deal with it for brother.
yeah. So when me
You
really
see,
say still, me I say, some of the people them we are talk about Marcus Garvey, once them start live
live. Yes sir.
with Marcus Garvey, I say man,
Agree.
so other people can see it and say, you know what I mean?
And this him a deal
And
with.
That is the
this if I did
lifestyle.
if you deal with.
That is
Right?
the
I said the
principle.
action of a match the talk.
Yeah, man.
Again,
Yep.
Yeah,
it
man.
goes
Not
back
only lip
to what you were
service.
saying earlier on about having good leadership, right? So you would need a revolutionary mind in power. Marcus Garvey is a revolutionary,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you would need that type of mindset. Hey, listen, we've been stuck doing the same thing over and over. It ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do something else. So the
True.
people had to come to that conclusion. Don't keep
He's on the side
complaining
of the
about the
people.
same
He's
thing over
identifying with the
and
plight of
over.
the people.
Yeah, change it. Change it.
Yes, sir.
Make change.
One of the fundamental contributions of Marcus Garvey is the UNIA, the United Negro Improvement
Mm-hmm.
Association. You know, I think that for the for a person of Marcus Garvey's background to formulate a movement as the UNIA, I think that is remarkable in the time that he did it as
In the
well.
time that he did.
It's remarkable. Like and it shows us that even when the odds are stacked against us, even when all things are not in our favor, we can still, with resolute pride, we can still do good things and positive things. And I think that as a people, we have to, that is one aspect of Marcus Garvey that we have to seek to develop in us because it is in us. It is in us. So it is one area of ourselves that we have to do because a lot of time we take a victim mindset. Boy, thing rough, you know. So you understand, we take that mindset, like we said, because we are facing opposition, it's like we can push through it and overcome. And that overcoming spirit of Marcus Garvey, that is one of the key things I love about Marcus Garvey. Yes, I.
Yeah, man.
That's what
As you mentioned,
confidence.
yeah.
Self-confidence. Self-confidence.
As you mentioned in a dada. When
Mm.
like you think them when Marcus Garvey he that try implement and
Mm-hmm.
you see them use some of them thing there like the money part and say him
Mm-hmm.
not angle money well and him try rap people money. They use them thing there for try to put him down or try beat him down with.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look on the thing, like the time and when him did that,
Yeah, man.
you notice that this was like a
Rem-
you know what I mean?
Innovative.
Almost impossible version.
Yeah, man.
Female
Innovative, man.
But
start that.
remember, Marcus too, even that time, there were men prior to him doing this, the movement in
Yeah,
itself,
man.
Pan-Africanism, already existed. When
Yes, sir.
Marcus came on the scene and he read Up From Slavery, Booker T. Washington, right, was one of the biggest influencers on Marcus Garvey. So it had what Marcus Garvey did was take the torch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
He took
man.
the torch.
And
That's what he
advance the
did
mission.
because it didn't exist in I region. So he took
Naturally.
the torch and brought it to I region. That's what
Yes, sir.
Marcus did.
Yeah,
But
man. Advance it.
Pan
But
Africanism itself
Jamaica
was
didn't even
going on
take on the
strong.
Marcus Garvey teaching in the early
No, them
days of the
No,
formation of
sir.
the UN.
Yeah,
Nobody know fight Marcus Garvey like Jamaica,
like
man.
Jamaican, man. Yo, the
So you have
yeah.
to
Jamaican
jump
man,
ship.
But
Jamaican stone Marcus Garvey, you know, brother.
but Yaga,
You
going
have
back
to
to what the I
migrate.
say, Yaga, going back to what the I say about non-governmental involvement in a Marcus Garvey Day roots, that's a shame.
Yeah, man.
That is a
It's
shame.
scandalous and
That
disgraceful.
hypocrisy at its highest level.
But it's not surprising either.
No, it's not new. It's not new.
It's not
It's
No.
not new.
surprising.
It's not new.
Yeah.
It's not surprising. That's what they, you know what I mean? They pray for somebody like them, want for somebody like, you know what I mean?
And it's not the
Christopher
first time I've
Columbus.
made that observation,
Yeah,
I
man.
went to a
It
cricket
happens
match in the
all the
UK
time.
in Birmingham one year. And the cricket match surrounds Marcus Garvey birthday celebration. And you know nothing can goes on unless the council is aware and you receive the necessary permit. when I jump on the phone to inquire and find out where the event is happening, they had no knowledge, of this event that is taking place and this event that is happening. So it goes to show it doesn't matter. It is systematic and it is coming from the old colonial master where you have to distance yourself from him. We don't want to have anything to do with him because he's been a thorn in our side and he has made things difficult for us. So we're going to distance ourselves and we don't want the people to make him a martyr. We don't want the people to be identified with him. So
yeah, man.
the less we say about him, the less we support him,
The better.
the better.
The better.
The people that get too powerful.
Yeah. Black Starliner. Yes,
but the
sir.
Starliner came later on. There were loads of other business before the Black Starliner came along.
Right. But the Black Starliner, my view of the Black Starliner was that we know ultimately repatriation was a primary theme in Marcus Garvey's ideology and Marcus Garvey's program. But when the Black Starliner came about, my understanding of it was that it was supposed to be a business where he would operate almost like a cruise company along the coast of the US, right?
Transportation.
Right. This was a steamliner, I think they would call it, right, in those days, right? So what he was using that to do was, first of all, develop the skills of dealing with the sailing and dealing with the boat, navigating on the naval side of things, as well as learning how to deal with the boats and everything, with the plan of using these things now to help us to repatriate and relocate to Africa, because he had already established connections with the continent, with a lot of the areas in the world actually, where he established connections with amongst African people. So I'm link everyone, and that is a great thing for happening at them time. We don't know media, we don't know no Facebook,
because there was a diplomatic arm. There was a diplomatic arm where people were dispatched into different regions.
Yes, sir. So, what they did to help cripple the thing too was that them use the self-hate of the people when them start. It's like in Jamaica when them talk about even with Manley and these people, when them start to say Manley a communist and thing, and use that thing for stray away the people from the ideology of a Manley. What them do is them use the self-hate of the people and the rhetoric of them no want to deal with Africa, because Africa, based off of the image of them post of Africa, is like a sufferation and hardship, and you don't want to be there. So when them associate now the Black Starliner and say, oh, Black Starliner, if you care about the people them go to Africa, it creates a negative impact on the people them Evans and thing, and make the people them don't really want to gravitate to these things. You see me? So, just it's just sad. And when you mention of even the money situation with a Marcus Garvey, when time we realize and check it out, brother, when you look at the amount of money,
people who were prepared.
There
were people who were prepared to repatriate, because I heard story of people
when look on the amount of money, brother, like it would have like the equivalent to like a $20 or something like that, brother. It's an insignificant amount of money them charge. And when we really going in depth, it end up that is a person what them plant in the organization, them use to give the money, and then them can identify through that money if it's a rare. You understand what I say? Like, and it just so now it bring us now to the COINTELPRO, the counterintelligence program.
So that program
with the FBI. Yeah, with the FBI them. Yeah, with them
and the first black FBI.
Them target
Richard Iwana, Edgar.
So basically, they became threatened and intimidated by the movement, and the fact that he was creating a lot of jobs, he was creating a lot of businesses, and the people was organizing themselves. Money is being made, investment is being made, because there are all manner of different industry and business that was established. So they decided that they are gonna watch him closely and investigate him. That's when J. Edgar Hoover was appointed. J. Edgar Hoover was a nobody, basically.
Pretty much. Marcus Garvey made him.
Marcus Garvey made him. So he started to follow him around, and he started infiltrating other black leaders within the organization and turn them against Marcus Garvey.
See.
Once that start happening, people start jumping ship. People start trying to take over and find reasons to take over the organization. That creates a strain on the organization within.
Naturally.
So,
Yeah, man. Yeah, bring it.
so Rast, it's funny that you say COINTELPRO, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for a minute, I was lost. I was like, wait, he just asked me COINTELPRO. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking something else. Yaga jumps in, right?
You thought that was a
But when
hop. You thought that was a hop bingo.
So like it.
no,
It's all like
and once Yaga jump in now, I start thinking, so I go back. And the way these organizations work, right, and why they design, right, is to disrupt grassroots program, right? The core base is to disrupt any kind of grassroots program. So if we look at COINTELPRO in America, right, which is the America we speaking about, the Black Panther becomes number one on the list, right? For
After Marcus
COINTELPRO.
Garvey.
Yeah, man.
After
After
Marcus Garvey.
Marcus,
Mm-hmm.
so we look at what their root or the root
Purpose.
organization practices are disrupting
Mm-hmm.
grassroots organizations by any means necessary,
Necessary.
right? And what
True.
they do is destroy your leadership. They
Mm-hmm.
take down your leadership
Right.
one
Your
by one. So they,
credibility.
they
Mm-hmm.
cut off your
Mm-hmm.
head
Yeah.
constantly, and no matter
Yep.
how you
Yes.
try
Yep.
to rise, their one thing is to destroy your leadership. So
Yep.
now
Mm-hmm.
we in a new age, right? We know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because COINTELPRO still exists,
Today.
yeah,
COINTELPRO is
yeah
not
man.
something
Yes.
like they say
Yes.
it done. Them say it
No.
done. That is not true. That is nonsense,
Yeah.
right?
Still
So
a
it
go on
still
today.
exists. So
Mm-hmm.
we now have to think differently because we are advancing. So we see what
Mm-hmm.
they've been doing, right? We all must become heads. It
Yes,
must
sir.
be no one person offered up.
Yes, sir.
Collective,
Everybody
Yes,
must
sir.
collective
offer up together.
responsibility.
Yeah. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how we had to move together. We had to
Mm-hmm.
understand that
Yeah.
unified
Yeah.
operation because that's how they get you, right? We
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. Okay,
And
go.
to add to that, Bingy,
Yeah.
that's why I keep saying that we don't need any more heroes. We don't need no more
Mm-hmm.
No.
Marcus Garvey because they already give us the information. They already give
Yeah.
us the teaching. So as I say, all of us has to become Marcus Garvey,
Yes.
the leader.
Yes,
You know what I
I.
mean? All,
And
all of us have to
they tend to
become that
pick off the
person.
leaders.
Yeah. So all
Yes.
of us
Yes.
become, we have the information already, It give us the
Mm-hmm.
information already. So all of us,
There.
have the information. So now all of us
See.
will become the Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We
Naturally.
need the
Yeah.
Step
numbers
up.
now.
And I like
It's a
to
Yeah.
challenge.
give them infiltrated too much highlight. So my
Yeah.
life look on what Marcus Garvey was trying to achieve with the Black
Mm-hmm.
Star Liner to
But
big up.
but 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 we not highlight them, but we are make the ones them are weird say
Yeah.
these things are happen. So we have to know say infiltration
Yeah.
is a likely
Yeah man.
But
occurrence.
Yeah.
even with the Black Star Liner, right? As the I say, going back to the
Yes,
Black
sir.
Star Liner, those ideologies were great and they exist today because
Mm-hmm.
we know that repatriation, for
Mm-hmm.
example, is something that we must those of us who really want to repatriate must make it a reality, right? But
Yes,
that
sir.
identity, that part where you identify globally as
Mm-hmm.
Africans, no matter where you are, and work in the interest of the development of Africans, wherever you are, is
Mm-hmm.
what that organization representing, like the Black Star Liner, UNIA. These
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's representing, right?
Naturally.
So,
So
yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Africanness
So
is not about having a black president or having a
No.
black MP or having a black prime minister. Africanness
Yeah.
is about nation building, identifying yourself with African. In your
Identity.
personal life, you represent yourself as an African. In your professional life, you represent yourself as an African.
yeah man. So as me I say, the Black Starliner, the idea of the Black Starliner, we have to keep those ideas
Yes, sir.
going. You
Real.
understand?
Yeah.
Yes,
We have to
sir.
keep them
Yes, sir.
because maybe we don't have a physical ship or whatever, but you see the idea of the back to Africa, the link with Africa,
Mm.
that's what we need
Necessary.
to connect with Africa because sometimes we talk about like repatriation or whatever, but you see in your mind you have to repatriate in your mind first before the physical. So sometimes you don't even have to
Yeah.
be physically on the land, but if you
Mm.
repatriate mentally, you know what I mean?
Mm.
The earth is for
that
all,
big
the earth itself
the earth is
Mm-hmm.
for
is for
all.
all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
it means
movement
Yeah.
is not
we
free
Yeah.
should
because
be able to live anywhere on the earth. and live peacefully.
That is the
So
problem
it's the
now.
mindset of okay, I am African,
Yeah.
I am human, and I mean, and I mean like everybody else,
So at
right?
a
So and that was
governmental level and a diplomatic level, this needs to be made possible so that we can have free movements between the Afrobean countries and African countries and people of
yeah,
African
man.
descent wherever they are in the diaspora. At the moment, it's not so easy to move across borders because of the restrictions that are there. So we need to see more negotiations going on at the governmental levels and freeing up the people so that the people are free to move along. And one of the things that we found out is that Africa is closer to the Afrobean than we actually think it is. But it's just because
Yes,
we have to
yes.
Way
travel
closer.
through Europe, we have to travel through America. Even the most expensive way we can't even afford to travel.
Cause I think the flight from Trinidad to Ghana.
It's
There we go.
it's 11,
There we go.
11 hours.
Yeah, man, it's closer to go to Africa than to go to
Because here,
England.
by here to Ghana is only 10.5 hours, right? When you're traveling, right? When you go East Africa now, you're going into the days, right? You're going
Yeah.
into a day of travel, right? But the
But
West Coast is
we're talking
close.
the closest to the when I
Close
call
the
it the
point
closest.
to the
Africa
continent.
is
Yeah,
closer.
Mm.
Yeah,
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
is. West
Because
Yes,
Coast
sir.
right
if
there.
you're going to talk about the east of Africa, but if we talk about the east of Europe, it's even farther too.
Yeah, yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
Because the farthest point in Africa,
Yes, sir.
the farthest
Yes,
point in
sir.
Europe is further, it's still
Yes.
further, right? And people going to
Yeah.
those places, people going to Russia.
No. But it's a weird thing too, because think about how the mind work, right? When we talk about Africa, for example, right, and how they project Africa to Africans who live in the
Mm.
West, right? Africa, not only that, it's so psychological. So now you're thinking about this backward place or whatever.
Yes, man.
And when you look at it geographically too, it looks so small, right? Africa doesn't even look big on the map, right?
Yeah.
Projection, right? But yet you could take United States and fit it
And
in the
lost
And
it
fit
in
it
there.
Sahara,
in Africa.
Yeah,
In the
man.
Sahara,
Lost it.
the
many
desert.
times.
It fit in the
Mm.
desert.
Many just
Lost
in
it.
the desert, right? So even the projection of Africa that they put in your mind, bro, the way it's set, it's this
Mm-hmm.
association. So it sets in this. You want to dissociate because there's nothing there. The truth
Right.
is, there's everything there.
Everything
All of
is
it is
there.
a lie. And
Yeah,
how
And
man.
that
you know it's a lie, you must go see for yourself, confirm it is a lie. It is all
that
a lie.
and that is one of the significance of Marcus
Of
Garvey.
Marcus, yeah,
Yes,
man.
You understand? That's one of the
yes,
significance of a Marcus Garvey.
Because the
You
lie that them
yeah,
understand?
tell us, they
Yes,
tell
sir.
the
yeah,
lie that
man.
Africa, the worst things, everything Africa is bad. And
Mm-hmm.
everything
Yeah,
that look
yeah,
African is bad. And
It's
they fight
bad.
against
yeah,
everything African. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they
Mm-hmm.
go down, they kill our animals, they take the minerals, and
Mm-hmm.
they dehumanize the people.
Mm-hmm.
And your hair is bad here, your skin is too
yeah,
dark,
yeah,
everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
yeah.
why we have
Everything bad is
Marcus
black.
Garvey. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Blackmail.
Everything bad is black. And
Yes.
and that's why we have Marcus Garvey, because Marcus Garvey make we know say I lie them I tell, and you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but
Mm-hmm.
Life.
yeah, man, I lie them I tell, man, and you know what I mean, if you love yourself,
As
your
African
black self.
people, we need to see
Mm-hmm.
ourselves as African, whether you're in Brazil, whether you're in Trinidad, whether you're in Suriname, whether you're in Jamaica, whether you're in Barbados,
Mm-hmm.
and stop seeing ourselves based on these names and these descriptions that they give us. Because if you look at us as individuals, unless we open our mouth to speak, you cannot tell the difference.
Mm-hmm. True.
But still, we find difference among ourselves.
And
We need to
highlight
fix that.
and hold on to the differences.
We need to fix that.
That's called ignorance, brother. That's
Look
ignorance.
at it. And when you look at it, you find that we have more things that unify us than that separate us. But we want to dwell on the things that separate us and ignore the things that unify us. And Marcus Garvey tells us that we have to focus on the things that unify us.
Organize and
And these are three
centralize.
things. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we
Yes,
know
sir.
say no times against us, but more ask a question. What do you them think about we talk about this already, right? The thing with Marcus Garvey and His Majesty.
Mm.
Did we talk about this on
We have a little reasoning the other day about it. Mm. No, it wasn't an official one. We just had a reason on it.
we think about it that?
Well, and I, you know, I see them as one in a fire, even though them try to highlight the differences and things of the ones them. I see them as one, brother, without no separation, no difference, no nothing. I just King Emmanuel the seventh, Marcus Garvey, Haile Selassie. You see me, that's how I think them
Yeah,
as, brother. I
man.
mean,
Trinity.
I see no difference between the one
I
them,
see
man.
the mistake, and what me
Yes, sir.
always say, what are we as a brethren?
Mm.
All of us, we have different ideas, but we are look on the same thing. We are go the same place, but
Mm-hmm.
we have different. We take different paths to
Yeah,
certain things.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? So I know
yeah.
nothing for two man
Have a
have
disagreement.
disagreement
Yeah.
into going to the same
That's
place.
Mm.
Because a
that's
man
normal based on
want try a
human
different
nature.
way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Human,
man.
you are human, one
Yeah,
thing.
man. I want this,
Yeah,
man.
man. Some
I
people want
want
to make it
this, brother,
like
my
a
lord.
big deal, but you know
Yeah,
what I
man. I
mean?
want this,
It's
man.
not big of a deal to me. You know what I
I
mean?
want this, man. Again, and this is the thing what Bingy always say. Their work.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
that I
man.
got talk. And the
I
works.
works, I
And
works
the
I deal with,
works
man.
them, the works them set.
Period.
Like a foundation. You see it? The works them
Mhm.
set. You see me? And them can't go around the works no matter what them try to do. You know, to wrap it up as I say, we really want the why them to really them give a quote, man. One of them favorite quote out of Marcus Garvey, man. Give a quote out of Marcus Garvey.
I mean, one,
Yeah, man, give a quote.
Right.
So
Okay. The black skin is not a badge of shame,
Mhm.
but rather a glorious symbol of national greatness.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the 1800s, early
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
black man said that.
I said them thing
Yeah.
there.
Remarkable.
Yo, so I think the
Remarkable.
Marcus Garvey saying, man, you want to say, how we him get them seen from that them time there? Like him never computer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. A real thing, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Energy.
Yes, sir. Go on, Okavongo, till you come up with this one.
If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Self confidence is a must, man.
We not have to go help me with that one.
Yaga,
I will go and say, up you mighty race.
you can accomplish what you will.
Yes, sir.
You can
Yeah,
accomplish
man.
what you will. Yeah, man.
The people just have to believe, that the power is with them and they can do it. If their government is not serving their interests, they need to get rid
Mm-hmm.
of them government and put in another
You
government.
don't need
No more
government to
than one
believe.
term.
You don't need government to believe.
Yes,
So we're
sir.
not there and we believe and government not believe and we there and we there so we believe.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Same
we
way.
know. We know. We
No,
not
I don't
believe, we believe.
believe.
We know.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. My quote is, look for me in the whirlwind or the storm. Look for me all around you. For with God's grace, I shall come and bring with me countless millions of black slaves who have died in America and the West Indies, and the millions in Africa to aid you in the fight for liberty, freedom, and life. You know? And
Marcus Garvey live.
the reason why I like this quote is because, sometimes them feel in this struggle, them feel like when they move or discredit or kill our leaders, they make it seem like say that is
It
it.
done.
But the energy of the energy of the man carry on and live on to this time. And the man, that's why the man use can remember, brother, when you talk about a whirlwind, brother, you talk about a tornado,
Yeah, man.
is extreme force. You understand what I say? Extreme force. You see me? So when I say we do give thanks for the ones, them, the ancients, them, the ancestors who really come and carry on the chart and set the foundation for I and I can come know ourselves, because to them know say the real fundamental of life is self-knowledge, knowing oneself. And them come and set the thing that we have in this time, brother.
Mm-hmm.
An opportunity to
Mhm.
know ourselves. So let us seek and strive to know ourselves, because that is where the thing really lies, brother. Knowing yourself, knowing your value, knowing your worth, and sharing it amongst each other so we can all develop and grow
True.
and prosper. That's the man I deal with.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
man.
right. That's
I
them,
am
my
I am
lord.
my
Mhm.
ancestor, man. Ancestors can't die because I am
Yes,
my
sir.
ancestors.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
You-
mean?
Yes,
And
sir.
my ancestors is me.
Is I.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir. See where it go, man. Give thanks, for the moment. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you will be notified whenever we upload a video, and you will be a part of the discussion. And what I will encourage the ones them to do as well is the ones watching, drop your favorite quote of Marcus Garvey in the
Yeah,
comment
man.
section.
Everybody drop them
Yeah,
quote of
man.
Marcus Garvey.
Drop off your favorite quote of Marcus Garvey, man. I make you hear what the island mine is, man. You
Yeah.
see me, I say? Yes, I so want to see the comment section, a buzz with Marcus Garvey quotes. And what we're going to do is we're going to, when you post them in the comment section, we're going to drop them on the Instagram and push these quotes out so the people have an opportunity to have little snippets, little sound bites of the great man himself. I see it.
Yes, man.
Yes, I do give thanks to the moment, man. This has been another episode of the Perfect Balance Chord Class. A great episode to where we speak of an icon in I journey, the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Yeah, man. Give
Give
thanks
thanks.
and
Give
praise,
thanks.
man. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Up
get that.
front.
Blessings. Blessings. Blessings.